And we are live as Michael tries valiantly to send the link to our guest, Kevin Bussard. We'll get you all hooked up here. And it's fine right now because unless you're not watching this live, I'm talking to no one right now. So as is normal for the first minute or so of the show until people start getting logged on and we find out where they all are. But I see Mike busily working there, and we expect Kevin to pop on here anytime now.
Well, he got the link at 8 p.m., so the time the show was starting. So that counts as getting it to him on time.
That's right. Sebastian, the man with... If you haven't seen Sebastian's TikTok thing, he has hit on a freaking winner. If you watch TikTok, you probably see like these there's one that does like a call center for men, right? Sebastian is doing a call center for authors, and the last one I saw, he was it was a secondary character who got really popular, and the author was going to kill him, and the secondary character, just go check out Sebastian's TikTok. Sebastian, put your TikTok link in the comments so people can go check that out. And welcome, Mr. Bussard. How are you doing?
Hello, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah,
I can
sounds
hear
great.
you just fine. So I'm going to lobby that we fire our scheduler, and Roe's going to say no.
Absolutely not fire the scheduler.
So that is completely my bad.
Kevin,
Usually when I make
man?
the thumbnail, I send it, but I forgot.
What was that again, Ro?
Where are you from?
I am just south of Dallas, actually.
No, but where are you from?
I was born and raised in North Texas, around DFW.
Where's your family from? Because Bussard isn't a Texas name.
The earliest American Bussards came in like around the Dutch Maryland area, Pennsylvania, kind of northwest or northeast, I'm sorry.
Okay. That makes more sense.
But most of like my family for a couple generations lived in Nebraska for a little bit. And I was
on purpose?
Yeah.
Just
like
for
around Lincoln. And I was one of the first generation in Texas, like born in Texas.
All right. So you said you're up around the Dallas area?
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes to an hour south of Dallas.
Okay. Well, in Texas, that's close.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, yeah, close enough.
Yeah. All right. So you got your books next to you?
Yeah. So these are, I put the my covers on the backside. I've got my OBS going so that I could have some specialized background go.
Nice.
So, my novella, this one, it was the first book that I put out back in June, and the Eldritch Knight, which is the other one, to my, I guess on my left as you're seeing it, that one just came out in January. January 6th.
All right, nice. So, what got you into? Well, I guess first of all, I should ask, what do you do normally on the day-to-day?
I work in IT. I actually do help desk tickets. I have a degree in cybersecurity. So I do a lot of network administration and all the fun, cool computer stuff for everybody.
We should have a chart, Mike, because so many people who do this are in IT or some type of hard science.
Or accounting.
Or accounting, right.
Well, a lot of your computer guys are gamers and readers and lovers of stories. So
that's fair. Someone was here.
Well, yeah, just drive by.
That's the great and wonderful Tyler Kirk right there.
All right. Yeah, because the IT thing makes sense then when you put it that way, I guess. But yeah, there's very few like English majors that we've interviewed. You know,
So funny. My sister is actually going. She's trying to whip up her thesis so that she could graduate her master's in English and digital humanities at TCU, and she's trying to go on for her PhD.
And so-
She's actually refused to be my editor for me.
and he's hoping to be unemployed in what field?
Right.
Everyone.
A PhD, you're going to get a job teaching, so that's fine. And good for her for doing that. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, especially raising 4 boys.
Ooh.
Doing anything else and trying to do that is a lot of work. Yeah, I guess if you're a mom to four young lads, that's even a lot more.
Right. Yeah,
God,
she's a
imagine.
trooper. She stays pretty busy.
Yeah, you got to say no. Mike, you
So-
look like you're going to say something.
Yep, I'm going to ask if you've entered either the First Glimpse in Sphinx or the Eldritch Knight in Spiffbo, or yes to both or no to both.
I'm no to both. I kind of missed the deadlines or the cutoffs for them. So.
Well, the lovely thing about Spiffbo is you can enter a 20-year-old book and it's fine. So,
Yep.
so the Eldritch Knight. What's this? First of all, is First Glimpse like a book 0 to the story of the Eldritch Knight, or is it totally unrelated?
Oh, so I guess I can let y'all in on the secrets. So the Curiosities of the Eldritch, which is the series that
Yep.
the First Glimpse is a part of, that is a companion novella series that will each volume stands alone. It's its own story. It's set in a shop, but that it revolves around this curiosities shop. That the shopkeeper is the narrator for all the stories. It's in the same world as the Eldritch Knight, and there's going to be a lot of lore tie-ins as you read each story. So you might encounter, later on in future volumes, there's going to be items that will tie directly into side characters, off characters, etc. in the Eldritch Knight Ashen Throne saga. So it's going to be fun. I've had a lot of fun outlining the whole thing, but I do have somewhat. I've got about 20 or so stories that I could pull from for the Curiosity series, and but the first 5 are going to be time gated and tied directly into the bigger saga, which is the Ashen Throne that the Eldritch Knight kind of kicks off.
So do you see that as kind of a way to introduce characters outside of the main story, so that you're saving that real estate in the novel for novel things as opposed to backstory things?
I can, but what I'm kind of for now, what I'm looking at it is that it's giving me the chance to build on those characters when I don't have the opportunity. It's like, you're gonna read, say you read the Eldritch Knight, and there's one of the side characters that you really enjoyed their page time. The Eldritch or the Curiosities is going to have a volume for Mother Ilaria, which is the lady that kind of adopts one of our male main characters. There's going to be a whole volume for the horse that we meet in chapter 1.
The horse?
The horse, yes. But there's stories behind a lot of this, so it's going to be fun.
Is
The
this a
first
talking horse?
I can't spoil anything for you.
Okay, all right. Say no more. Say no more. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right. But I can say, so the First Glimpse, our first story is you meet a character called Corin, Corin Raldican, and he is a dwarf cartographer that he's had some trauma in his life. He lost one of his best friends in a hiking expedition, trying to go out, explore some mountainous area and whatnot. He lost his best friend to a rushing river, and he's been kind of down and out. He goes to take a walk one morning, and he stumbles across an alleyway that was never there before. He's been in this city for years at this point, just kind of walking the walk, everyday thing. So this alleyway only appears when the shop means to show somebody something. And that's where the curiosity shop comes into play. So he comes in and he talks to Aldwin, which is our shopkeeper. And he finds a bookmark that takes him to the Athenaeum, and which is a metaphysical library that exists outside of time and reality. That
Nice.
contains like all knowledge across all time, space, multiverse, you name it. And it kind of forces him to complete his journey, move past the loss of his best friend, and by the end of it, he completes our map of Dunmo, which is the same map that gets used in the Eldritch Knight. Even though it's in the same timeline, when he completed it, it was outside of the timeline. So it was like it always existed, but it was always Corin that made the map. I know it's. I take a lot of inspiration from
Drugs.
like
No.
I do. I'm a huge fan of Lovecraft. I'm a huge fan of Chambers, and I do like some of that weird fiction. But I'm a huge fan of like Dungeons and Dragons.
So, Kevin,
So-
I have to tell you before Ro goes on with like real interview questions.
Okay.
Is that I have another series that I'm going to write, but I want to finish one of my 3 that I've started first.
Yay.
And my main character is a dwarf cartographer,
Outstanding.
but mine is a female who gets mad with daddy issues and shaves her head, and so she's a bald dwarf that gets expelled.
Nice. You have a lot going on in the novella. You mentioned before that, so you're a plotter.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. You have spreadsheets.
I have outlines upon outlines done.
As you should.
How closely do you follow an outline when you write the book? I guess I should ask first, how long is your outline, or how long was your outline for the Eldritch Knight?
So bare bones, probably I would say a couple pages. I write I get it down to like what I want it to say. This happens and this happens all the way. The Eldritch Knight is actually a part 1 of the full story that's I originally had outlined out for the original arc. This is like 18 years in the making. When I started on the Eldritch Knight, I actually I take that bare bone of going all the way to the original outline. I had to cut it in half, and then I break it down even more to chapters, and then into my scenes. And then once I got it all the way to about the scene level or even sub scene, I try to follow that outline, but then I'll kind of pants my way through some of the areas, because sometimes it just needs a little bit of tweaking.
Yeah. So you're not rigidly plotting what's going on.
No, and I've even gotten to when I had to cut the story in half, I actually had to rearrange a lot of scenes in place, like after they've been written. I had to move some stuff, intermingle some of the storyline, some of the arcs. For pacing, I had to, like, when I wrote it, I wrote all of Kaylin's arcs, and then I wrote all of Lysandra's arcs. That's our two main characters. During the story, they never really intermingle. Those paths don't cross yet in this book, but they will. Well, and like I said, this was originally a longer story, but I cut it because the page count. I mean, as it stands right now, it's almost 450 pages. So I had to cut it down. Otherwise, nobody would have given. No one would have given me a chance with a debut
your word
9.
count?
It's sitting at 135,000.
Okay.
Average.
See, page count, you really can't go by that because this book here, see, Mike, I can do it too, is 440 pages, but it's just over 100,000. So, I mean,
right.
So much of that depends on
formatting, typeset, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And your wife just outed you here, I think. You have a 5-year-old grandson?
5-year-old grandson, and
certainly too young to have a 5-year-old grandson.
Here in about 9 days, I'll have a 2-year-old granddaughter.
Get the hell out. You start having kids when you were 10?
No. They're the children of my stepdaughter. I married older, and she already had a daughter that was like 15 at the time.
Okay. All right. Man, yeah, it's like whatever your skin routine is, I want a part of that. If you've got a 5-year-old grandkid, man, that's
well. I'm not exactly,
You're on brand for the show, brother.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So
we're all there.
And
we are all at some point of that.
And Sebastian.
Oh, good God. He was a player.
Oh,
those Southwest Virginians, huh? You got to watch out for those Appalachian kids.
I had a question for you, and it just flitted away.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Miss Brandy has something to make sure we understand. There's only a 4-year difference when he says older. All right. Okay. Moving right along.
She's sitting on the other side of the room from me, so she's hearing what I'm saying in real time, and then watching the show.
Oh, bring her in. Let her say hi to folks. usually people say no to this. Yeah.
Nah, she's good over there at her desk.
We are going to ask you to be thinking in the back of your head while we're doing this. That's who's laughing in the background. 2 truths and a lie about you.
Okay.
You got it?
We'll get to that later, though. We'll give you time to think about it.
You'll be thinking about those. And we're going to ask you to give us 2 truths and a lie, and we'll have to guess which is which. We should prep people for that before we
probably should. But while we're waiting, Ro, you know what we're going to do?
Show your book?
I'm changing the cover of Proxima Station, so it's now going to be this instead of this. There you go. 2 covers, 1 book.
Oh, sorry. If you've seen this show, you know Mike is just an attention whore, and he'll do this multiple times throughout the show, and I can't help it because he's hundreds of miles away from me. So prepping isn't y'all's. Yeah, you absolutely know that, Sebastian. Mike and I are both pushing the button at the same time. Okay, sorry. So what made you start writing? Because if your first novella just came out last June, that was only about 8 months ago now.
Well, that's just
you to finally push the button and say, yeah, I'm going to do this.
It's the first book I've written. I've been a published poet on several websites, all poetry, since I want to say about 2008, 2009, I was inducted to the International Society of Poets.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. I've been writing poetry since I was like 15, 16 years old, writing lyrics and songs and stuff. And it never really went anywhere. It was all just a whole matter of like getting feelings down on paper. And then about the time that I started writing the concepts, I used to write a lot of fan fiction about like my gaming sessions and stuff of my characters, EverQuest characters, and World of Warcraft. And the Eldritch Knight actually came about. The story concept. I was playing Neverwinter Nights 2 while I was sitting in Iraq after I don't know, like a 10-hour shift, and I was just the idea came to me, and I started jotting it down. Probably got about a page and a half of a summary concept, and I typed it up, sent it to some friends of mine on an old Hotmail account, and after that deployment, I kind of lost track of the Hotmail account and the story concept for about 16 years. So, but that wasn't the only one that I did over the years. Once I recovered the email account, I found quite a few more. But I used to be a technical writer for the Neverwinter Nights 2 Thieves Guild, which was an old fan site. I did a lot of the walkthroughs and item databases and stuff because I used to dig through the game code, and I found like if you do a Google search right now and for item database for Neverwinter Nights 2, you'll actually find one on IGN under the pen name Wandayan. And anyway, that was me back in the day. So I think it was I used to do reviews for the game too, but it was fun. It's just I got busy over the years, and writing kind of took even lyrics and poetry took like a back burner. I was a recruiter for the Army for about 3 years in between there, and met my wife, went to Germany, finished out my military career in 2016. I was medically retired, and kind of been doing the IT thing since. So,
well, first of all, happiness is a blue ID card and a DD-214. Am I right?
Yes.
Betcha. Second of all, thanks for being in the Army, because no one else wants to be, and we really appreciate it. You're the Air Force's best recruiter.
Well, I actually worked pretty close with the Air Force. I was air defense artillery.
Mm-hmm.
And my last 3 years I spent working on Ramstein Air Base in Germany.
Not a bad place to be. Yeah, Ramstein's all right.
Except for briefing all the 2 and 3 star generals and all the NATO allies and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, poetry, songs, lyrics, etc. So if we open up Eldritch Knights, are we going to find any of that in there, a la Tolkien? Are we going to find stuff that's indented a little more and written in italics? And
there isn't any songs, but there is at the beginning of each act. There is an excerpt to what's considered the first story that will come to fruition about book 4. You'll by that point you'll have read the entirety of the first story, and it will actually come into play, like fully come into play. There's a lot of interconnectedness within both of these that will come into play come book 4.
So you couldn't resist it, then you had to put a little bit of that in there.
Well, and I've actually been told, and it is there's my writing style is very poetic as well. So, there's probably a hint of Tolkien. There's a hint of Salvatore. There's some grittiness of London, and that overwhelming sense of like unknown dread
Yeah.
of Chambers. So a lot of the influence kind of creeps in.
Now, every now and then I'll do this. I'll look at the reviews that your books have received. Your book is fairly new. It's got a couple of reviews. Now I'm just going to read a portion of one of those reviews.
Okay.
The story started with one of the most epic magic battles I've ever read. Now you know this review?
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It goes on blah blah blah. But even all the blah 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 it goes on makes me want to read. That review is probably better for you than a higher review. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because all the stuff that person doesn't like, I like. You know, I want that kind of world building in my fantasy books.
Both stories are very character driven. I kind of expect that he was probably expecting a fast paced sword and sorcery, lots of battles, lots of dopamine hits.
Yeah.
Mine's not quite there yet. There is going to be some scenes in future books, but this one isn't. We're learning our characters. You know, like it's the origin story of our D&D campaign. You know, PC.
Right. But I mean, you know, from the Army and your wife from the Marines, there's a whole lot of nothing in between bouts of adrenaline, right?
Right.
So to have a book that's just one battle after another, that's super boring to read. And I can't imagine trying to write that. The fact that you managed to get one epic wizard battle in there is
And that's
actually that's hard to do because magic battles should be over like that, right?
Well, and the ones he's talking about is in the prologue.
Gargoyles. What's this about gargoyles?
There are gargoyles. I don't. You can't really see it, but right about here on the top of the curiosity shop sits two gargoyles.
Oh, okay.
And when they're not being stared at directly, they're alive and they like to banter.
You like Doctor Who?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't really watched Doctor Who past.
That's got a whole Weeping Angels kind of vibe to it. What you just described there.
I didn't really watch past. Was it Vivaldi? The before the chick took over.
Peter Capaldi.
Capaldi, yeah. I that was the last time I actually watched the series. But before that, I tried to watch all the originals, but I was a huge fan of Tennant. I kind of enjoyed Smith's era, and Capaldi was pretty decent too.
Sorry, Mike's brother was in the Navy. We let him come in because we have to keep this place open for everyone of all abilities. So he fills that quota for us. I'm sure you understand. The
Right.
Navy. Oh, okay.
My younger brother's in the
Now
Navy
you're going to make
too.
me feel bad. God dang it, Brandy! Just get on the show already. That way you can insult me in real time. That's all good. Write charity off on your taxes. Okay, sorry. What were you saying, Kevin?
I was saying my younger brother is Navy too, but so's our daughter, the one that gave us the wonderful grandchildren.
So I know you don't have favorite children, but one has given you grandchildren, so
Yeah, well,
just say it.
The only other one that we have is a prodigal son that has absconded from the rest of us.
They're all like that, aren't they? I'm the one that escaped my family, I think. So I got 6 siblings, and they're all still within I think 5 of them are within 50 miles of my parents' house, maybe less than that, probably 30. And
Yep. Same with me. Well, three brothers when they're there now too, but they were all like a 5-minute drive from each other.
yeah, Mr. Sebastian, yeah, pulling no punches. He has favorites. I think all my Navy bashing is cost us viewership. We're down a few here, so I'll stop bashing on the Navy. Mike, your turn. You bash on the Navy. That's all right. So, how many books will the Eldritch Knight series contain?
So far, planned out is 5. It was originally 4, but like I said, I had to split the first one into 2, so now it's 5. Let's hope that the rest of them continue to stay on track.
So when you finish this 7-book series,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, what are you going to do next?
I have a couple other whips, one of which is kind of like a spin-off series of one of the characters you're going to meet in book 2. It's going to be kind of a, without getting spoilery, it's going to be like a Bardic Tales. And it's so we're gonna kind of see some of the stuff. Think of like the anti-scammer. He's a bard that likes to expose people that like to take advantage of, the common Joe. And so we're going to meet him. He's going to be real flourish, and I've had fun kind of working on a little bit. I've already done a little bit with the first book in his series. I probably got maybe a chapter or 2 done right now.
It's just so you can write poetry and lyrics, isn't it?
Kinda. He does sing, so there's going to be some songs in this one. So,
are you gonna put him to tunes that are like modern songs that we can actually sing along with? Like
no.
Panama by Van Halen or something like that, because that would be really cool if people did that.
Modern song, huh? Panama, modern song.
That's right,
modern.
1970s,
1980s.
It's 42 years old. Shut the hell up.
Now there's going to be some Hot for Teacher in there, a little bit of
skit too. That way people could kind of sing along with them, because that was my problem with the freaking Tolkien stuff is you never really had a tune for it in your head, so you had to make things up. And the Happy Birthday song only takes you so far.
There's going to be a little bit of Skid Row and some Welcome to the Jungle by
Round and Round,
Guns N' Roses.
So in my books, all the stuff there, since the only tune I know basically is London Bridge is Falling Down, so they're all, that is what all mine are too.
You suck.
There's gonna be one song that's gonna it's called Toss a Coin to Your Eldritch, but Cthulhu might not like that.
Yeah, I think the Witcher people might have something to say about that. So how are you? Have you started with 2 books, a book and a novella? Have you started going to shows or anything, or are you still primarily just on kind of putting word out via socials and etc.?
I have my first event that I'm going to with Brian Holshauser up in Oklahoma next month. We're going to be at the Guthrie Ren Fair both weekends. Where on the map, I can't tell you right now, but we're going to have a vendor booth. Both of us are going to be there. We're going to have both of our books available for purchase.
Are you dressing appropriately for the Ren Fair? I
have some garb, not like a whole lot. I'm a broke I'm a broke guy, but I've got some boots. I've got some linen, some black linen, like time period shirts and pants and belts and swords and stuff. But I'm not going to be like all decked out. I think I might get like a hood or some kind of cloak going on, but that might be the only addition.
Like you probably have a fair bit of stuff within like 3 or 4 hours of you, right? Because I mean, Austin's what, 3-4 hours away, and then San Antonio's another hour and a half after that. I don't know what the hell Houston is from you, but
Houston's about 4 hours south of me on I-45.
right.
Dallas
so you've got some decent sized cities within a day, a half day's drive of you, which is kind of nice.
I have an opportunity to do a signing at I could pull it up. It's a bookstore in Azle, which is like on the other side of the DFW area. It's on the other side of Fort Worth. But I need to get back in touch with them. I just, I didn't have any inventory stock until recently, and it's really hard, to try to do a book signing, and then they're like, oh yeah, bring your own books to sign, and then I was kind of, I was writing it. I had the books available online. You could do a search for them right now and find links in, the Netherlands, all over the Middle East, in the Far Eastern Orient. It's worldwide, but I just didn't have any stock. All the books that I did or were able to purchase, I've either given away or sold out, and few and far between do I get a chance to buy some more in-house to hold on to.
So you're not doing it through Amazon or like
no,
that?
I have books. So the books available on Amazon, both of them. But I also go through Ingram Spark and Draft to Digital. I have because both my books are on Kindle Unlimited. Draft to Digital's only for my library push. So both the books are available through like Overdrive, Libby, and some of the library applications.
Right.
But then Ingram Spark takes care of my prints everywhere else worldwide.
Okay.
So Amazon handles the Amazon markets, and then Ingram Spark handles, all the online book retail stores like Barnes and Nobles, Books A Million, Bookshop.
And you can order your own from them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Now, your wife said up there she's making pens and bookmarks and such.
Yeah, we just got her a whole bunch of like resin art stuff and molds, and she's going to be doing some like book holders and pens for the event next month.
Interestingly, maybe Mike knows where I'm going with this. So this is my latest here, and today I made a pen.
Oh, nice.
So it's a little fountain pen with the artwork on it.
Really nice.
All kinds of interesting things that can be done. Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
To.
I'm waiting for all my book. I ordered about 100 or so copies of my book, and I'm waiting for them to come in. So I don't have any they're behind me. You could.
Yeah, it's fun when you first start. You don't know how many you need of anything, so buy too many. Basically, you'll need them eventually, and I've never run out of books. I would love to have on many occasions. I think we all would, but you're in. I mean, those are big markets out here. We don't get a lot of really big market things, right? I mean, there's one up in DC that Mike and I have done. That's more of an anime convention than it is a Comic-Con. And people who read anime do not read generally a lot of fantasy or books.
I really kind of wanted to be. So there's a Texas. It used to be a indie lit fair in Irving, Texas, about July timeframe. And I really wanted to go to that, but then this year they switched it to horror. I think it's called the Texas Horror Lit Fest. And it's open to all genres, but I was just like, well, I really only have the 2 books, and I'll bypass it this year. Next year I'll have.
Depending on how much the table costs, it's worth going to a couple of those type of things early just to meet other vendors, other authors, and talk to them and get ideas of table setup and other events that are going around, because a lot of those guys know all of the events coming up in various areas, and just write that money off as research, right? And find out what all the other stuff is and kind of grow your network of people, because there are people, yeah, who like horror, and obviously at a horror fest, most of the people there are going to gravitate toward that. But if you're the only fantasy author there, you might do a lot better than you expect, because people will.
It's free entry, so I plan on going
Oh yeah,
this year.
absolutely.
I just didn't. I didn't make it in time to get a table.
Oh right, okay.
So and maybe I'll get it next year, and I'll have 4 books, or 3 or 4 books out by that point. So, because the novella doesn't, 20,000 words, that it doesn't take that long. What's probably going to hold me back on anything is because I'm about 3 chapters into usually about 6 to 8 of what volume 2 for the novella series is going to be. Already done. And then before I even released the Eldritch Knight, I already had about 60,000 words done up. So, and that was just what I had ready to go for the second part of the story. Because remember, I cut it, for word count and page count. So I still had a huge, rough draft that I had already done up for the bare bones of it. That I don't want anybody to read because it's dry as all get out, but it's already there. So I mean, I'm essentially right now I'm just kind of going back through doing rewrites of scenes that I've already kind of basically done up. I just want it to read a little bit better. But what's going to hold me up is going to be the cover art. Jose Grosledge is my cover artist. He's out of Sweden area. He was living in UK when I originally approached him, which is why, like, on the first glimpse, it has that shambles feel, that Victorian England look, because he actually drove. He spent the weekend. He took the weekend with his fiance, drove up to York, visited the shambles over the weekend, and drew up some concept art for me. We kind of mashed a couple of them together, and that's how we got the cover for that. And then I was already kind of talking to him about the Eldritch Knight, and I was like, it's going to be about the Eldritch Knight in D&D is a spell sword, and you can't really see it because my name's kind of in the way, but there is a sword on his waist right there. And it's more of a, that's not really, I guess it's kind of like a feeling cover, but I was like, our main character is going to be an Eldritch Knight, which is a spell sword. It's kind of like a mix between a warlock and a fighter. And I was like, he's going to be able to do, fire spells, lightning spells, and all this other stuff. So what you get is the main character in the front, and then the castle in the back with the lightning and the storm and all that. That is the storm that plays out in the prologue. That's the storm that kind of that's in heartbeat with our main character's mother as she's giving birth. And then there is a eldritch being that reaches through the veil to disturb the magic. And that is that's essentially what happens in the prologue. And nice. This being continues to influence the king from the shadows. So there is a lot of eldritch, existential, cosmic dread, kind of going on. But the big epic battle that from the review that you read earlier, it opens up the like right from the beginning. It's even in my sample chapters, so I'm not worried about already out there. You get Aldwin, you get Eomin the Wise, which is one of the last eldritch sorcerers, and then he's facing off against Jaredem, which is a Lich general, and they are at battle. They're like the last two surviving people on this desolate waste, battlefield with piles of corpses everywhere, facing off. And Jaredem is trying to rip open the veil to bring forth and herald his master, which is an old god that's set to devour reality.
That sets it up nicely.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping to take I was trying to take a page out of Martin's book, George Martin, and
what, kill everybody.
No, you know how in the beginning, in the prologue for Game of Thrones, we get that looming dread of the White Walkers in the original, in the beginning scenes.
Yeah, and then you don't see him again for 7 books. But okay, yeah.
Well, mine's not going to be 7 books, and you get a little bit of interaction throughout even book 1 of the general. But I was trying to take a little bit of play of this is where the world's going to be, and then the best battle that ever happened that nobody was alive to witness, and then it jumps 300 years later, or the Lich is back and starts doing his thing. So,
well, there's a Lich as well.
A Lich general, yes, that's who. Okay. That's
so Sebastian's right. This is horror. It's just fantasy horror.
Yeah, it is epic fantasy with weird cosmic horror built into it. So yeah, there's a lot of.
And you didn't want to add spicy to it?
No, not a chance.
Too much trouble getting the armor off and on. Yeah, just gets in the way. You didn't miss Rose Writing Hour this week. The wife and I took a couple days down North Carolina, so we just didn't do it this week.
It was going to be hard trying to explain how the gargoyles absconded with cod pieces.
Ooh, you're so hard. I'm always hard. I'm a gargoyle. Yeah.
EL, who's practically your neighbor, he's in the Dallas area also, so you must be close because it's not like Dallas is a big city.
No, not at all. It's the size of Rhode Island.
There's just a couple million people here. No biggie.
Well, I have 10 books and my wife hasn't read any of them, so there you go. Kevin, what is your process? I mean, do you find yourself writing daily to keep up with all the thoughts, or do you kind of mood write, or what's your typical day?
I will write. I try to write a little bit daily. I get some time during work to write a little bit, and
is your boss
sometimes? Well, yeah, we it's IT. We have some downtime between times. Okay. But sometimes I just, I'll get a little bit of writer's block, or I need to. I'm staring at a scene that needs to be elaborated on a little bit more, and I'll take a couple days break just to kind of freshen up my eyes. I'll watch some shows, maybe get a little bit of more inspiration. Go back to another a previous book that I remember reading, something that I. In kind of in the line of what I was, I'm hoping to do for that scene. Tolkien, obviously, look at a little bit of R.A. Salvatore. Love his books. A lot of his books and his fight scenes and everything.
He does really good fight scenes.
Helped me through a lot of dark times in my early military career when I was in Iraq. Early 2004, 2005, and then again in 06, 07. So I spent a lot of time reading that, and the reflections and the character-driven that he has Driss do, like at the beginning of some of his acts and chapters and stuff, really helped me. So there's some things that I remember, if I'm doing a scene like that's going to be in a wooded area that I want to kind of convey the light hitting the through the canopy onto the grass with the flowers or something like that. I'll try to remember, a scene from a book that might have had that, and then go back and look. Or I'll watch, some anime and try to get some visual, I guess, assistance. And then, it comes to me, and then I'll go back to it with a little bit more fresh eyes, looking back at the manuscript.
And it looks like you hit the nerd jackpot of wives here. And I say it's not an insult by any means.
Yeah,
she's getting you like swords. That's love right there. Someone buying swords.
She bought me the Gauntlgrim book for Dris Duorden, the Neverwinter Night out of the Neverwinter Nights saga. And she got me full-size replicas of Twinkle and Ice and Death.
Nice. So do you write every day?
I try to.
Yeah. You make not at work, but you try to set aside a little bit of time every night
I try to get at least 1,000 words. Whether I hit it or not. Sometimes I go over. I've worked in computers all my life, and I can type extremely fast. When my brain's going, I can easily knock out, 2,000-3,000 words.
You ever written by hand?
I can't too much anymore.
I told myself that for 10 years, and I tried it last year, and it's fantastic. Because even though your thoughts are going and you can type to keep up with your thoughts, right? You're writing slow enough that you can kind of plan ahead a little bit and think through what it is you're writing. And then when you transfer it onto your computer, you get a first edit at it. Give it a shot one day, though. Just try for like one chapter, just writing it by hand.
I don't do a whole lot of handwriting, and I haven't for the last 10 years because nerve image in my ulnar nerves. So my fine motor skills.
Oh, okay.
Particularly in the outside of my hands.
You're excused.
It's taken a lot of over the years. It's taken a lot of physical therapy to get back to where I have my grip strength back again. But in both my arms to relocate.
Yeah.
But it hurts after a while. If I'm handwriting, my hands do cramp up, and I'll have to take some.
Then don't do that.
Yeah, don't listen to Rodan.
It wouldn't be the first. You won't be the last.
It's fine. It would just take me a lot longer to get that word count out. But yeah.
It does. Mike, do we get time? Do you want to do roll a quick one through? I think Kevin would.
We can probably do a quick one. Okay.
You ever watched the show before? Kevin?
What's that?
You ever watched this show before?
I've watched a couple. I think I've watched Y'all Have Russell on, and there was a couple others that I might have dipped in a little bit. And
okay. So if you're dipping in, you probably didn't see the Bald Dome then. This is where we take one of your characters and we throw them into a setting, and you get to tell us the story of the 2 truths and a lie. So we'll do the 2 truths and a lie when Mike is setting this up. So first of all, I guess though, which one of your characters do you want us to drop into this foreign world? Pick any character you want that you're familiar with and want to have some fun with.
I guess let's go with Kaylin, because I put Lysandra through enough in the book.
Okay, and what is Kaylin's deal?
Kaylin is the Eldritch Knight. He's the one that's going on the journey to become the Eldritch Knight.
So that he has innate magic ability.
He's born with the sigil. That's not the exact one, but he was born with a birthmark because his mother died of in childbirth due to the void stuff. But he's marked, and he doesn't realize what the mark means until
All right. Okay, so while Mike gets ready for this, did you think of your 2 truths and a lie?
I've been trying, but I guess I could come up with on the fly.
Give it a shot. We'll just take this 10-second pause. It's like they do on TV sometimes.
Everybody sing "London Bridge is falling down" while we wait.
1-800 cars for kids. 1-800 cars for kids. 1-800 cars. Hate that song.
Hold on.
He's going to ask the spouse. That's a pro move right there. What can I tell him? What can I tell him that? Sure, Sebastian. Sebastian says, show your books, Mike. Yay. And Kevin's are
Okay.
up.
I guess. Sure.
Okay. Just throw out 3 things and we'll try to figure out what's what.
Okay. I am 43 years old. I have a associate's in English, and I used to play guitar.
I'm not buying the guitar thing, Mike.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm with you. I think the guitar was just thrown in at the last minute because you needed a lie.
Sebastian says you're 42, not 43. So, what's the lie?
The lie is that I have the associates in English.
Oh, that's about right.
Like a master's in English or something?
No. I have an associate's degree in cybersecurity, but I haven't gone back for my English. I do plan on it, and then go down to Sam Houston for to go to finish out my own master's in creative writing. But I haven't made it there yet.
And Brandy says she has video of you playing guitar. We could have used that 30 minutes ago. All right, so what's going to happen is Mike is going to. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dark blue.
Blue? Okay. So you go into the old curiosity shop and there's a little bargain bin of potions, and there's a blue one there that you pick up, and the guy tells you it's 100% effective for you or anybody you throw it at, but we lost the label, so I don't know what it does. Okay? So you do have a blue fizzy potion that you know will work. You just don't know what it will do.
Okay.
It's like buying a used car from Bob's Used Car Emporium. So you have a choice to make. You can choose a weapon or a common object. If you choose a weapon, you will face a mythical creature in this little scenario. If you choose a common object, you will choose a common critter.
You won't choose. You will face one, though.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
The die has been cast.
So I've got a fizzy blue potion. I don't know what it is, and I've got to choose a weapon or a common object.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get. Well, my wife. Sorry, my wife's trying to yell at me. I mean, I say let's go for the beer stein, because that's what the wife is yelling at me.
What the what? No.
Oh no! So
he pulls out the beer stein.
No, you don't get to. You just get to choose the broad category. We will tell you what the common item is.
Okay, gotcha.
Or the weapon.
All right.
You just get broad category.
Then let's just go with the common item.
Okay, so Kaylin has been transported to an eternal battlefield where rusted weapons and shattered armor litter the entire vast plain, and spectral warriors replay their last dying moments. There are chests of cursed gold and battle-scarred relics that lay untouched, watched over by shadowy ravens.
It's kind of like a family reunion.
So Kaylin has been transported here with her blue fizzy potion, and she.
Is it a her or a him? We don't want to.
Kaylin's a male. He's
Okay.
the male main character.
We don't want to impose gender identity on anyone, but we just thought we'd ask.
So he is given blacksmith tongs.
Okay.
And as he's sitting there watching Spectral Warriors, which I just see, I'm thinking highlighted
I'm thinking like Valhalla, the battlefield in Valhalla that they battle it out every day and then feast at the end of the day.
Yeah, something like that.
Something.
And while he's there looking at the Spectral Knights as they fight each other, lo and behold, there's one creature that comes towards him. It's a silverback gorilla.
And you got your little garden tongs.
And your
all that
dark
armor
blue fizzy lotion
that you wear normally in your world. Yeah, he doesn't have any of that. He's just wearing, like a tunic and, good shoes.
Okay. So you and your tongs and your potion, you're staring across the battlefield. Spectral Knight just goes through the gorilla, which irritates him, and he turns and he looks at you. You're about 20 feet away. Ooh, what does Kaylin do?
Does he have any of his
if he has innate magical ability, he still has that.
Okay.
But so no other stuff.
I'm still dealing with his tool set, just not his armor and weapons. The potion was, I believe, drink.
You're going to drink it?
No. It was just magically transported. Was the potion involved with that, or do I have that?
You have that.
You have the potion.
Potion in the other.
And you're getting advice.
That probably not good advice, but
Okay. I guess with Kaylin's repertoire, I would probably at 20 feet probably levitate up, cast a levitation spell on myself to go up. If the grill is charging me, and then
he's not charging you yet.
Well,
he's just looking at you askance.
Oh well, then
he's kind of sniffing you out.
Then I'm just gonna stand there with something in the ready. I don't want to spook him. He's just kind of eyeballing me right now. So. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So far.
Yeah.
Okay. So fill the situation out. He's just kind of staring at me. I'm just kind of staring at him.
I'm looking for my dice because we don't want Mike to have to roll a dice.
Sure, we do. It's always entertaining.
That ends badly.
Do you have it, or do you want me to do dice cam?
You're gonna have to. I can't find it.
Alrighty. No one believes that I roll as bad as I do, so we have to do this because no one trusts my rolls otherwise.
Okay, Mike. 16 or better, the gorilla just kind of decides to wait it out.
10.
The gorilla starts lumbering towards you, and he looks, how shall we say, intrigued by you. He gives you one of these.
Roll for charisma.
Okay, what do you think you need to have a good charisma throw?
I mean, for a gorilla that's already intuitive like that,
he's already enamored of you.
It probably wouldn't be a very high roll needed to seduce the gorilla.
Okay, we're going for seduction of the gorilla, Mike.
Okay, what do we need?
Anything above a 10.
12.
Ooh, the gorilla stops. Does a little of this. And now he's kind of sauntering towards you. It's on.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
At
No,
this
he's going to
point,
be into it whether he
I
wants
would
to or not.
I would probably, at this point, take the tongs and hold out the potion with my tongs to see if he would be willing to grab it and drink of the potion. I don't know if that would be an intimidation check or if that would be a.
No, I have an idea. Mike, do you have a D6?
I do.
Okay, roll it for even or odd. Hold on, let me get it in my head. Which is going to be which?
Okay.
Okay, go.
5.
He actually takes the potion from the tongs.
What does he do with said potion?
Give me a D20, Mike.
1.
He throws it at you. He throws it at you and hits you square in the face. Mike, what does the potion do?
It is the Flame Heart brew. It allows the drinker to become immune from fire and project flames with their hands.
Well, so nothing happens right away until he actually does something? Okay.
Sure.
So the gorilla is now like a couple of steps from you. Basically, you have one movement you can make before the gorilla reaches out and takes you for his own.
Is the potion itself flammable?
Well, you hope not. It's all over your skin.
Right.
Perception check, Mike. Anything above an 8.
5.
Oh, no.
So I still don't know.
You don't know what this thing. He could have just pissed on you. You have no idea what this blue stuff is on you. It tastes kind of like Kool-Aid, but there it is.
Sure, I'll go with the fist bump. That's what everybody in the thing's going.
Okay. Mike,
He's probably gonna die.
for Kaylin's sake, roll above an 8.
11.
Okay.
Whew.
He grabs you by the hand and gently pulls you toward him. You have one more move.
Smooch, baby.
What's that, man?
He's already enamored by Kaylin. He just pulled him towards him. Just go with it. Smooch.
And now you can feel how much. It is not an intriguing thought for you, even at your best of times. This is now getting very, very worrisome.
So actually, at this point, I guess let's do a initiative check because I'm going to do a teleport spell to about 30 yards or 30 paces away.
So what do you need to make this successful?
So he has I would assume would be probably about a nat 10 due to the mark on his chest being of eldritch origin. So he would probably on a 20 would probably need to roll at least. In this scenario, I would probably say he probably needs to roll at least a 10.
A 10? I don't want to say you're doomed, but Mike?
17.
Ooh, poof! And you are away.
Outstanding.
And Gorilla now spots you and kind of gives you one of these. Tough to get. All right. Now he's starting to lope towards you. He's moving really fast.
Cantrip. He what is it? Shadow darkness. I don't have the spell list in front of me. I mean, it's literally D&D's.
Okay.
Shut up, we'll believe it.
It's like a smoke screen. You know, like how
Okay.
fog cover fog.
Yep.
Is this like an automatic?
Cantrip.
So it's an automatic.
So, yeah.
Okay. Poof, wall of smoke goes up. I'm assuming that you take the wall of smoke time to move somewhere.
Yeah, I can move somewhere else.
Okay.
He doesn't see me. He can't see through it. I can still see through it, but I take that time to kind of move elsewhere.
I'm thinking Brandy wants the silverback to win here. I don't know. Okay. He will continue running. I'm assuming he can go through this eventually, come out the other side and find you're not there. Take a turn to find you again. In that turn, you are going to do what?
I don't know. Are we?
You can see his arousal is now decidedly less than it was before, and it's turning into angst.
Turning into angst. I mean, it's a silverback gorilla. There's a I summon a cat familiar.
Okay. Meow. And
levitate it towards him.
Toward the gorilla?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, give me a 13 or better.
I will not. That is another natural one.
He goes to swat at the cat and trips over a tree root or some damn thing and falls flat.
A cursed relic.
Huh?
A cursed relic.
Yeah,
just sitting there.
Trips over one of those pieces of metal armor sticking out of the floor of the forest or whatever. Okay. Now he's just pissed.
And the cat is what levitated above him still?
Yeah.
I do not know who Coco the gorilla is. Sorry.
What? You don't know who Coco the gorilla is?
Gorillas?
The gorilla that actually had a pet cat at the zoo and took care of it until it got away once and got run over.
Oh, that wasn't what he was going to do with the cat. Not at all. So, quick before he gets up.
I mean,
how far can he teleport?
In the book, I have someone teleporting across, but it was a potion, so I can't really. It was a pre-designated, like I guess, like a gate spell.
Mike, give me above an 8 again, please. This time.
20.
Oh, it just clicks with you. All of a sudden, what this potion can do, you can throw fire from your hands.
Okay, so I lick the potion, what's left of it, on myself.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, you got some stuff before.
Even though I can actually throw fire from my hands with spells anyway.
Oh, right. Okay. You can do that all the time, and you've been dicking around with this?
That's why I asked if the potion was flammable or not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, okay, Caitlin throws up a wall of flames surrounding. Or, you know what? Screw it. Fireball.
All right. What do you need to hit on that? I guess you're not that far away. He's prone. He's a non-moving target. You're in no hurry. Mike, give me something above.
I have initiative.
5, Mike.
Above a 5?
Above a 5.
How about a 10?
Good. Okay. So you hit him with a fireball. I don't know how much damage a fireball does, but I'm pretty sure that should about do it. Yeah.
Or if nothing else, he'll run away with fur on fire.
That's right. It smell really bad. But one thing's for sure, he doesn't want you in that way anymore. All right. So you teleport and you find yourself back at home now, wondering if it all just wasn't some weird dream from the juice that you bought at the Curiosity Tavern there.
It was
promise
all in my
yourself
head. I'm
never drink kombucha again.
I'm gonna blame Aldwin on that, and me and him are gonna have some conversations in my.
This was one of the very few times, though, that we've had a actual outcome of this that didn't get super weird.
Even though you tried, Ro.
I did try. All right. So the Eldritch Knight just came out in January, yeah?
January 6th, yeah.
Nice.
One of the most epic mage battle scenes ever, right at the beginning of the book. Go check that out. And First Glimpse is also available. The Curiosities of the Eldritch, one in a series, and the Eldritch Knight will be one of 5. And hopefully this summer we'll get book 2.
Probably I'm looking at quarter 3, quarter 4.
Okay, so this year, some point. Excellent.
If I do have any setbacks, it's like I said, it's going to be because cover art price.
All right. And thank you very much for being here. Please let us know when the second book comes out, and wish you all the success in the world for the Eldritch Knight. You can check him out at kwbussard.com. Please do. And thank you and Mrs. Bussard for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a joy.
She's been yelling at y'all from across the room, by the way. I don't know if my mic's probably not picking it up.
No, we haven't heard her. She's been doing what?
She's been yelling at y'all, like as we were doing the whole dice roll thing. She was yelling what she thought I should do from across the room.
Nice. And everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we're an hour and 17 minutes in and we remember to say this.
That's right. If you've hung out with this long, chances are you probably already have. But thank you very much. And Mike, when's the next time we're here?
We are back in 6 days. So next Tuesday,
6 days? Really?
With Jessica Barbary, I believe. I don't have it in front of me.
On the 17th at 7 p.m. Okay. And then the 18th, so that's a week from today, we're back with random writing prompts at 7. So next Tuesday we will see you from the northern basement apartment. All right. Everybody who hung out with us tonight, thank you very much. Kevin, thank you.
Thank you.
And we will just wave awkwardly now. See y'all.